Hello, 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 and welcome to another RTAppetizer. Today we are facing someone in the Asia server. They have a legend frame, which means they're very good. They go for LRK. This is before I banned LRK. Sharoon, Zahak, Pyra, and Bellion. I go for Handguy, Flitica, Aiden, Stene, and Leica. Let's jump in, see how I did. So, there's one big turning point of why I started banning LRK. Okay, he resisted my Leica. That's fine. That might have killed with the target debuff for the extra damage. It's hard to say. But I am going to strip this LRK. Okay, I was able to strip the LRK. That's a good step one. So the main reason that I started banning LRK is because I've been using Flitica a lot more. And seeing this... Oh, resist. Also the counter, but I don't know that the counter mattered, is horribly, crushing. Because now, my Leica can't sleep the Bellion, because they'll be able to get immunity, which is depressing. They go in, I counter with Aiden, thank God. I guess I could have tried to... It doesn't matter because there's two AoEs now. Because if I reset the LRK, then my Stene stuns the Bellion here, and this LRK can't do anything. So I'm just in a much better position than I am now, where if the Bellion counters even one more time, I just lose the game. Also, getting speed buff to her is not great. I get a dual attack, which ends up healing her, which tickles me greatly. So most of my team is speed down, and the Bellion is speed up. So my Stene will not be able to outspeed that, which is unfortunate. So this is just one of those games where, again, to become a legend, you need good luck and you need money. And this person has luck in spades, I can certainly tell you that. I think I stuck around to see if I'd be able to kill or solo with Aiden. But they get a dual attack, which kills my Leica. The Venom probably would have killed her anyway. I heal with Flickas, and then it doesn't matter anymore, because this Bellion is just going to soul burn. Doesn't matter if she hits or not. Aiden, I'm so sad that you wasted all of your dodges on this. A game that was doomed to fail. But she did dodge. She just didn't do it enough. Anyway, let's do another one. Let's do the time warp again. Hi, we're facing Ninja Demon, who's actually a friend of mine. He is in the Club Anumis Guild in Global. We were just having a friendly sparring match here, nothing super intense. They first pick Kayron like a Chad. I was panicking because I know he has extremely fast gear, so I was thinking this was like a 310 speed Kayron opener or some nonsense. So I was a little scared. And then they go for Ran, Karina, Abigail, and Bryce Syria. I go for Arwell, Celine, Aiden, Rimuru, and Destina. They ban out Arwell. I ban out Bryce Syria. Let's jump in and see how things go. So the Ran is going to go first. Their Kayron is slow, so I'm not going to get blown out by an opener Kayron, which is fine. Hits my Aiden, doesn't do much though, so it's fine. I am going to put Immortality up on everybody. Oh, and before I forget, he does have a YouTube, so I'm going to put his YouTube somewhere, if I remember, maybe in the description, or that no one reads and that I barely fill out, or as like a link. I don't know. I'll figure something out. They're going to go into Celine. As far as I know, this isn't an effectiveness Abigail. I think she just didn't crit, which is actually kind of good for him. Aiden is just going to go into this Karina. Put Invincible up on everyone so the Karina can't punch the ever-loving hell out of my Celine, because I need my Celine to be alive, preferably. So Celine is safe. They don't really have any way to strip her since they already ran S3'd and Abby S3'd. So I'm just going to push up Aiden, heal her a little bit because she will also be important to my game plan. They're going to go into Aiden, proc the counterattack to proc Karina to give a barrier to everybody, which actually gives my Spirit Eye Celine an attack buff, which is nice. This barely doesn't kill the Ran, who lives with 200 HP, which is kind of rough, but what are you going to do? Ran is now going to throw his skills up. The reason he didn't do it first turn is because then my Celine would cut, and, you know, it wasn't necessary then. They're going to go into Rimuru, hit him. And then Celine has a choice. Celine can go into Ran and guarantee the kill. Oh, there's a truck outside. Or I can go into Abby and start working on her because I need to get rid of her before Kayron gets her buffs. So Kayron has attack buff, missing about half HP, a little less than half, a little more than half actually. Gonna go into Rimuru. My Rimuru is pretty tanky with Proof of Valor. This destroys him. Just barely, but still destroys. Abby gonna go into the Celine. Find out it is in fact a crit damage Abby. So I'm going to be able to heal back up from full, or to full. And now Karina is going to punch my clock in, which is fine. I resist the defense break, but what are you going to do? Aiden is also going to die. He gets a dual attack with Kayron, but it did not matter. Hit or miss, that would have killed Aiden. So now it's Destina's time to work. And Destina is going to revive my entire team. The Aiden is coming up next, which works for me. Abby's coming up first in the turn order, so I'm going to go ahead and hit her. Rimuru, I was thinking about soul burning, but I'd rather soul burn for Celine, so I am just going to go into this Karina, take the immunity and the speed buff, both of which are very nice. And now I can soul burn and kill the Ran, even though I don't get the special attack, that's fine. Lower my cooldown by 1 turn, and everybody's immortal again, which is fantastic for me. Because that's really all I need to do to win this game, is just make sure everyone survives the Kayron. Destina is going to push up the Celine so that I can be the one to kill this Karina with her, so that I can get as much health as possible. Because if this is a counter Kayron, we haven't seen him counter yet, but if this is a counter Kayron, I need my Celine to be at as much health as possible. The Kayron still has attack buff, gonna go into my Destina, destroy her as well. Just inane amounts of damage. I do dual attack with Celine, but that dual attack ends up proccing a counter, which kills my Rimuru. So I am forced to S1 here to soul burn as well. Just praying he doesn't counter. And he counters. But I am at full health, and this Kayron is like no speed. So I am able to lap and get my immortality back up on everybody. And without anybody to kill, Kayron can't really do much. So we give each other our hearts, and that is the game. Fantastic fight against Ninja. Always loved playing against them. Give them a look. They do good content as well. But there's still more to come from me. We have more. We are facing Rio Senpai, or R10 Senpai. Senpai. Hello, Senpai. From the Shinrai Guild in Global, they go for Sharoon, Aravi, Zio, Karina, and Sage Vivian. Does she have other words in her name? Sage Zai, I don't know her name. SSV, I think. I don't know what her name is. She's Vivian. I go for Hand Guy, Aiden, Zahak, Pirate Captain Flan, and Stene. That's who that is. Yeah, let's jump in, see how things go. So, the Sharoon is scary, of course, for stripping my buffs. Zio is going to go into the Zahak to push him back, silence him, all that fun stuff. But there is a fun thing you can do with Hand Guy and a book. They go ahead, give me a wave. I don't know if they're a viewer. If you are, hello. It was delightful fighting against you. Hand Guy's S3 Soulburn gives an extra turn to everybody. Which is... it's great. Because now the Sharoon can't really do anything to me. Because this will proc the Karina. I push the Aravi forward, and now because of my buffs, the Sharoon is going to cut. So now everybody will be going before everybody on my team. So it really worked out in my favor. They're going to go into the Aiden to chunk her. She counters, that's fine. They are going to kill my Aiden. She did dodge, but it does kill because Aravi is terrifying. And now it is a game of, can my Steny pull this out? And I have faith in my tiny little Steny demon. I am, first of all, going to stun, or attempt to kill and stun this Zio. Because I don't know if this is damage, I don't know if it's effectiveness, I don't want to take a gamble on that at the moment. So I am going to stun him, which works for me, and then Zahak is going to reapply attack buff to Steny and go into this Aravi with his S3, take her out of the equation. Hand Guy, I don't know that I needed to put barrier up on everybody, but I did it anyway, because I felt fancy. I am just going to kill this Zio, just in case. I don't trust it. Sharoon is on Celestine, gonna go into the Hand Guy. Nothing lands, unfortunately. We do find out it is a counter Karina who defense breaks my Zahak. I probably could have waited until the Karina didn't have defense buff here, but I just felt like soul burning. You know how it is. Sometimes you just feel like soul burning. And then I am going to S1 into the Sharoon. Just try to finish her off, no dice. But the poison should hopefully kill her. They are going to S3 now into my Hand Guy, defense break him, chunk everybody. But it is not enough. Gonna go into Sharoon, make sure she's dead, and then Soul Burn Zahak to take out the Karina. And another very nice fight. Yeah, Soul Burning Hand Guy into Sharoon is... it's a strong play, because then she can't strip everything, and you still have your immunity, you still have your attack buff, and she's kind of wasted her S3. Yeah, hey, guess what? There's one more. Oh my god, can you believe it? It's another RTA game. I am facing someone from the Korea server. They go ahead, pick Aiden, Sululu, Ran, C-Syria, and Shuna. I go for Hand Guy, Zahak, Bryceria, Aravi, and Destina. I ban the C-Syria, they ban out the Hand Guy. Let's jump into it. So, my first note is, oh my god, that Shuna is so fast. My Zahak's 260 speed. So this is a 260 speed Shuna? Which is terrifying. It is a symbol of Unity Ran, so it hits everybody. But they don't have Soul Burn, so it doesn't actually defense break my Aravi or my Destina. So that's fine. They're going to S3 with Shuna, which puts both of my DPSs to sleep, but that's fine. Sululu is just going to, I believe, S1 into the Bryceria, kill her first, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to just hit the Ran to get rid of his skill null, because my Aravi's coming up, and if I can revive Bryceria, that would be perfectly great for me. This game is a little bit strange. They're going to go into Aravi. not going to do a lot thanks to Destina and also the Aiden not having, you know, attack buff. So Aravi's just going to kind of chill here. I did actively contemplate S3ing the Aiden. I would have missed, but that's fine. Ran goes into my Aravi and destroys the absolute bejesus out of him. But what I was saying is this is a very strange game, because this is essentially an aggro matchup with no aggro. Because, I mean, I have Zahak and Bryceria. They have Aiden and Ran. They do get a dual attack with Sululu, which ends up proccing her S2, her S3. What? I don't know what skill this is. I think it's her S2. Not going to do anything to anyone because Resistance Aravi is very good. I am going to push up my Aravi now, though, because Sululu already did her skill, so I'm not scared of her. And Ran needs to die. So Ran is now gone. I had hoped for the Zahak because I would have faith in my Zahak getting through the Aiden with defense buff. So I just end up S1ing with the Bryceria into the Aiden, which is fine. They break the skill null, which ends up healing her, which I always find delightful. But everybody seems to be relatively fast on their team. So they're going to S1 into the Bryceria. I wish the Aiden was faster. The Aiden being slow is kind of messing with my whole plan. They get another dual attack with Sululu. I cannot really heal at this point. So I just have to take things slow. This Aiden will be doing a buttload of damage, but okay, a nice counter is good. It does give her attack buff, which is bad though. And they get another one of these, but their Aiden is now ahead of my Destina. So as long as my Destina can stay alive, I think I can pull this out. They do have 2 souls, but they don't really have any units that care about it other than Shuna just doing more S1s. And they don't have too much fast damage coming in, if you know what I mean. So they're just going to go into the Destina. Is this a crit Shuna? Like, this Shuna has crit my Destina like twice, I think. Aiden is going to go, but I need to find a gap. They get a third dual attack with Sululu. So at this point, I'm just thinking their Sululu is actually on Unity set, which is crazy to me. I am going to kind of force the Sululu to do her S3 by pushing up my Destina, because her doing this will do her S2 again, which will hit my Aravi, and which will push my Aravi forward. And that's kind of good. I'm just going to keep going into Sululu, working her down. Shuna has all of her skills available, so she's just going to crit my Destina, and then crit my Destina. So yeah, I think this is a crit damage speed Shuna. I don't know if it's wearing like a crit damage necklace or what, but I do get my Bryceria and everything back. It is Frenzy 4 at this point, so I'm just going to rip this S3. I don't know if it'll kill. It does, and that's the game. We took a long road to get there, but the destination was just as good. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. I forgot my outro. Like and subscribe. Do that stuff. You know, the YouTube stuff. The YouTube stuff that all the YouTubers say to do. It's nice. I appreciate it. I'll give you a smooch. On the cheek. Maybe the forehead if you give me money. Don't give me money. I don't deserve money. If you didn't like the video, and that's the sound of silence.